Thank you, Maurice, very much. Yes, I'm here with world number 2, Fabiano Caruana, after a devastating victory for him. Fabiano, welcome to the show. Welcome back to Bucharest. How does it feel to be back in the circuit, in the Grandmaster circuit?
Feels good to be playing over the board and with less pressure than the candidates, so more, let's say, a more normal tournament. It feels like some sort of familiarity, you know, which is nice.
You also played in the candidates, as you mentioned. Do you feel you have an advantage over the players that, let's say, have been a little bit less active throughout the pandemic?
Yeah, possibly. But a lot of players played in the candidates here. So besides me, there's three others. Yeah. So yeah, it's not like everyone's been out of practice. There are players who haven't played for over a year. Like I think Wesley last played in Tata Steel, which was like a year and a half ago. So it's been a long break over the board for some players, but others have a bit more practice.
From your perspective, we were talking with Leveronian. He was mentioning that opening preparation usually doesn't translate very well into the rapid events, and now he's trying to catch up on the opening preparation. How was your training regimen going into this tournament?
Yeah, I was able to do some work and have a chance to relax after the candidates. So I had like a month off. So I worked. I didn't do like very specific prep for this tournament, but I feel like I'm ready opening wise, and hopefully also in terms of my form, in terms of how I play. It was nice at least to get a break, after the candidates.
Cool. Let's go into this game. And did he surprise you with the move e6 with the French, or were you ready for this?
I can't say that I was surprised because I don't have any really recent games from him, especially over the board. He hasn't played in a long time. He played, I think, the European qualifying event for the World Cup, and he played the Sicilian in every game there. But I somehow didn't really expect the Sicilian because it's like the line he plays, where the rouser is extremely dangerous, and he was probably worried that he could run into some preparation or get a bad position. And the French is a much safer opening. And I think he was well prepared.
Did he surprise you with this move, knight bd7, or instead of the
in the
normal
past, when he
bishop
got this position, he had played knight d7. I think both moves are extremely popular. I'm not even sure which is more popular, bishop e7 or knight d7. And it's clear that he had prepared this line because he played quickly, like up to this point, and then he started thinking here. But I realized that he had some knowledge of the position at least, and we were both more or less on our own after rook d8. I think this is like more or less when I started to think. But my moves were kind of simple because I only have one idea in this position, which is to mate him with bishop c2, queen e4, and try to get queen h7.
Where did you feel he lost the plot?
Well, so bishop a4 surprised me. I realized it was a move, but I really expected e5. And I think that he was afraid of this. So it looks super dangerous because I'm turning queen e7 and gf7 and rook h6, but he can actually solve a lot of those issues with the move queen g5, which I think is the only move. I was trying to figure this position out over the board, but I actually didn't really want to go for this.
So you saw this move queen g5?
Yeah, I saw this, and this is the reason why I was thinking about other moves here. But I didn't see anything which really made me happy. Yeah, so after queen g5, I was thinking of a few moves. One was, okay, f4, I thought was the safest move. Because if queen f6, then rook h6 is coming. This is very bad. He can't allow rook h6. So after f4, he has to go for queen g6, queen e7, bishop f5. It's very fortunate for him that he has this. Otherwise, his position falls apart. So I have to take king a1. And now dc isn't possible, so he has two moves, I thought. I mean, maybe there's another one. Rook e8. Actually, I thought this was very nice that... Oh, no, sorry. If rook d7, I thought it was actually very nice that I could play queen h2. But now I realize that my calculations were all off. I thought I would have like queen h6 because actually the king on b2, it's very hard for him to check it. But he can take on d1 and I don't have an attack. So yeah, this probably was leading to equality, and maybe I would have to find a different move after e5. But it's not easy to find moves because like knight f3, he has bishop c6, or maybe there's another move as well, and he gets g2 in the end.
Actually, his seems to be better at this point.
Well, maybe I shouldn't take on e5. But anyway, like a knight f3, I really didn't want to play because it's clear that like my knight on d4 is controlling his light square bishop. So my whole idea is that I want to attack him before he can, let's say, harass my queen. So yeah, this I was worried about. I was very happy when he went for this. And yeah, this was the last moment I thought maybe this, but it doesn't really seem great because I can play this. He has to like run away, and I can keep harassing his queen, and he keeps running away, but it doesn't feel like I also have. How do I go back?
You're a pawn up, and it seems like your knight will actually control your defense on this side.
Yeah, it is kind of concrete because if he gets like rook b8 and I'm forced to play knight b3, then it'll be hard for me to untangle. But I have some annoying stuff like this because he can't take because of rook d4. So he has to go back, and my knight sort of stays active. Like knight c6 is a possibility. But yeah, after this I actually like didn't see. It's kind of important that here he gets pinned, and I think it is very important that
there's a knight.
There's queen d3, king c1. Yeah. Otherwise, like king a1, I lose. Yeah, queen d1. So, but these lines weren't too difficult to figure out, and this position is just very, very sad for him because he can't move any pieces.
Well, a pretty decent start for you. How do you feel about your chances in this tournament?
So far, so good. First 2 rounds, I couldn't have really hoped for more. So it's a good start, but it's a long tournament, and I think we're going to see, like some players are a bit cautious now, but I think at some point we'll see players taking risks and a lot of decisive results.
Awesome. Great to see you on fire after this game. We're looking forward to the rest of your games.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Cristian.